Well, hello everyone. I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you a live paper crafting class. It is Wednesday, October 29th, 2025 at 11 a.m. Central Time as I'm coming to you live. And I don't have a script, just want to warn you, I might, forget to say certain things, but we got together, some girlfriends and I last night, people that I graduated with, and we worked many hours to try to plan our 40th, oh my gosh, 40th school reunion. So it was busy and I was not ready this morning to get everything put together, like my script and all that for the live, but you guys are gonna be okay, right? We're gonna wing it. We have some fun projects to share today. They're little pouches. Now I've done a version of these about a year and a half ago. I did a version based on a gift that I got from a person that I roomed with at one of the convention type things. Her name is Zoe Tant. And then recently I got a gift by Rose Carey, and it was similar, except it had this little like stretch portion of the pouch. And when I shared those projects that Rose Carey had gifted to me in a live, a few lives back, I should say, a lot of you said, oh my gosh, I want to learn how to make those pouches. And so I thought, oh yeah, let's do it. And then I asked Rose for the instructions, and sure enough, it was similar to those other ones. She got the instructions from Rhonda Wade. And so I just wanted to put those names out there for you to give credit to the people who inspired this. And I'm very excited to share. I want to introduce to you Trisha Josephs. If you've never been on my lives before, Trisha is my moderator. She's here to answer questions. So if you're watching during the live, make sure that you're logged in to your YouTube or Google account so that you can actually comment in on the lives too. It's fun to read all of your things that you post as we're doing our lives. Some of you help each other out. Some of you know, like you're making connections across the globe with each other. And it's really fun to see the conversations grow as our community connects with each other on these lives. So thank you so much for chiming in. It makes me feel like I'm not alone too. I love it when you guys talk, because otherwise I'd just be chatting to myself, which I could probably do. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and share these projects. I do want to say thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all of the people who continue to come to my channel, and a big welcome to those of you that are new. Let's go to the desktop. Let's just do that right now, okay? So we're going to zoom in on the projects that Rose had gifted to me recently. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the computer a little, or the camera a little bit closer here. So these are the two pouches that when you open them, have this little stretch portion of the bag. Now I don't have the ones that I used to, that I demonstrated 2.5 years ago, but I do have a link, I believe, to that video in the description of this video. So you can take a peek back at that post and that video. Anyway, so you can see it stretches open like that. I did take it apart so I could play around with it, but it's only attached in one area. So it's really easy to take apart and put back together. So Rose, I promise I will tape it back together again. This is her smaller one. And basically you just use a square piece of designer paper. So aren't they adorable? They're so cute. So we're gonna bring in some products. Oh, they're back. Oh, they're right here. Okay, we're gonna bring in some products from a suite from the, I think it's in this catalog here. Let me pull it out here. I think it's in this catalog. It may be an online exclusive product, but, oh, maybe it's online exclusive. See, this is where I'm not organized, you guys. I'm so sorry. Anybody know? Is this online exclusive product or is it in a publication? This is the Snowflake, so it's called, I don't have my script. It is called Elegant Pine Snowflakes. Okay, so I'm going to show you the different papers that are in here. They're double-sided. You actually get 2 of each of these when you buy a pack. And, oh good, I'm glad you guys like the pouches and you're looking forward to this, woohoo! This is beautiful stuff. I mean, you can see like frost or snowflakes or whatever. I thought it was cool. We were having a team event on Zoom. It was this last weekend. And I didn't say anything because, you know, when you're on Zoom, people talk, you know, if someone's talking, the other person can't talk, right? You can't talk at the same time. And there was this conversation going, and I was just smiling within. And some of you are probably on this live right now listening in, but I was smiling because some of the teammates that we had talking during this crafting social were talking about snow in their area, and that it's rare, and that they actually look like snowflakes. And I was like, yes, they do. It's a really incredible piece of nature, isn't it? Snowflakes. And then this is the opposite side. Snow is coming soon for the Northern Hemisphere, at least in our area. So really pretty papers, right? Okay, oops, I'm zooming out way too far now. So we're gonna use this paper, and we're gonna use the coordinating products from that suite. Delicate Pines is the bundle, correct? So is this in the, oh, it's an online exclusive. Thank you, Rebecca. Becky, thank you, Becky. This is the stamp set, and this is the set of dies. By the way, I forget to mention this sort of thing, but these pouches here, these magnets, I get this stuff from Stampin' Storage, and I believe I have a link to those in today's video, in case you're interested. Okay, so these are the beautiful dies that you get with this suite, or this bundle, I should say, within the suite. And they coordinate with these images. So you have some sentiments, and then you have these images here that will cut out with the frame type of dies. You also have like independent dies in this suite that can like coordinate together to make, you know, unique images just with paper. You don't even need the stamp set images around it. One example would be these leaves. So you can see there's like texture in the leaves. So we're going to be using a few of those. We're going to be using the paper. And then instead of the embellishments that come within that, I'm going to be using the holographic, I think they're called, yeah, resin dots. Holographic resin dots. You can see that I've used quite a few. They look like drops of water that have sunshine on them. I mean, they're really, really pretty, and they're reflective. And so I thought that would be a pretty one to use for the center of the flowers and kind of like a dewdrop looking look. And I think, oh, one more set of dies that I'll be using that I wanted to highlight before we start. These are a go-to, right? This is what a lot of us want to keep around for a long time. These are the stylish shapes. They have a stitched edging, and that stitching will be on the opposite, or the negative and the positive portion that you cut out. And you'll see that when we cut it. Okay, we're ready to roll. Now we're gonna pick out a paper, and really, you know what? I think before we start with that paper, I'm gonna use a practice sheet. Okay, how's that sound? And Trisha, thank you again for being here. You can see she's so helpful. She's already linking products in the comments, but those products are also in the description of the video if you need them. But isn't that awesome how she does that? Now I'm going to take and just fold this in half. It's a huge piece of designer paper. This is from the tweed, something tweed. I don't have it listed in the ingredients or product list, but that's because we're not using this for the end projects. But if you join me in the after the live that's after this at 2 p.m. For the members only, you will be able to see more of this tweed paper in use, because I'm going to feature that in a project that we're making at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that's in 3 hours from now. What I'm doing is I'm making kind of like a little kite fold, and I'm trying to come together at a point down here, and then fold this flat edge here to my center crease. So you take a square piece of paper, it's an origami thing, right? So you're gonna take a square piece of paper, and this is 12 by 12. I'm just gonna fold it corner to corner to create a crease through the middle. And then I'm gonna bring one corner that's on the side in and over so that that flat edge meets this crease in the middle. And I'm using my bone folder to help me along here. Now we're going to take and do the same thing. So this is that basic airplane kite fold that a lot of us did when we were kids to make paper airplanes and shoot them across the classroom, right? None of you did that, did you? I hope not. And then from here, you basically get to choose the size of your pouch. Again, we're making a super huge one, but if you want to, you can take and like bring this up really high and make a wider, shorter pouch. or you can bring it low, and then you'd have to like put your adhesive here if you're not going to have a little tab that comes up beyond, but you could have it a real skinny, tall pouch, or you can just bring it kind of in the middle here. We'll just do that in the middle so that we have a little bit of this up here, and this point needs to come to this crease. Okay, so we're just checking that crease there, and we're going to flatten this down. And again, I'm not measuring or anything. We are just going to town here. Now this is the fun, okay? This is where the beauty comes in. Oh wait, one more thing that you want to do is you want to keep this point down and then re-flatten everything, because sometimes this gets a little puckered in the middle when you fold this up. So now we have it nice and flat. It's one of those, like, it looks like it could hold something already, right? So we're going to bring in, to reinforce this pouch, we're going to bring in these two corners. So this corner and this corner are going to meet over here. They're going to meet from here to here, right in that little spot. So this paper here is staying as kind of like guiding us, right? So we're bringing that over, and we're lining this edge with this edge. So those two are meeting up, and this is going to create a parallel line. This line here is parallel to this crease. See this crease and this line? They are parallel to each other. So you have like a, I don't know, almost a rectangle. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing to this side. So I'm teaching you with this size paper because it's nice and big, and it allows you to see the folds, and then we're gonna do it with smaller pieces. So we're gonna go through this fold again if you are, needing more direction. This is where you get to make choices. On my original videos that I shared, the ones that Zoe Tant had inspired me to share, I took and glued this piece. I'm gonna just fold that little tab there. I've glued that piece in like that, and I glued these together here, like that. And that made an envelope type of pouch right here, okay? But with roses that she sent me, she took and reversed these creases. So this one, you just put within. See that? You're gonna take and reverse and stick that within. Let's go ahead and add some adhesive up here so that we can take a peek at this all together. There's where it's tucked over and down. Okay, and there's your pouch. See how that works? Cool pouch. I love it, Karen. You guys like that? Okay, so this pouch, again, you can adjust the measurements for the pouch. Let me grab a ruler. So this pouch ended up being, I don't know, slightly over 5.5 inches wide, but I could make it like square. This one I could. If I wanted to, I could do it 5.5 inches this way too, or I could make it super tall and fold it more up here, right? So you can adjust the width and you can adjust the height depending. We're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna grab some of our designer paper now. And I think for the first one, I used, and I'm gonna open it up so I know here, I used, and I will have a PDF, by the way. That's another thing that I just didn't get to right away, but I promise you I will have a PDF, a one-sheet PDF that you can print off. Everything, all the products will be linked. The actual title will be linked to the blog post when that's ready. It'll all be ready today. I just need more time. We had fun last night though. We have a plan in place for our reunion. It's gonna be a great time. So this is 7 1/4, obviously by 7 1/4. You wanna have a square for it to work right. So I think that was this paper here. So let's just go ahead and use the same paper and do the same project. If you are new to paper crafting, this is our lovely trimmer. It's amazing. We're gonna go ahead and take the left edge, bring it all the way over to the 7 1/4 inch mark, making sure this is flush to the top, and we're gonna trim. That's a lot of paper. I mean, you could make a tinier pouch now, right? You could do little mini ones. Any size square will work. So 7 1/4, 7 1/4. And I'll put that back behind me. And then because this is a smaller piece of designer paper, I can actually use the scoring blade on my trimmer here. So I'm going to move the cutting one out of the way and just use the light blade. And we'll go ahead and line up 2 opposite corners. Make sure that they're pointing in the channel of the trimmer, and then put this down and give it a good crease. Don't press too hard because it's designer paper. And we can easily fold edge to edge. Now, I do want to point out that if you're making pouches like this, you need to use paper that is non-directional or not too picky about direction. It is beautiful. It is, isn't it, this designer paper? I'm just going to go ahead and fold it this way because I think I want to show you a little trick here too. So non-directional, which means if you had flowers going up and down and all of a sudden they became sideways or diagonal, it would look kind of funny. So really be careful about the direction of your paper pattern for these kinds of pouches. Oh, and we got to make sure that that's right down the middle, even if we have a gap. Okay, so this is another tip I want to share with you as we're making this one. So here's our kite fold. If you fold in one direction and you change your mind, just fold it again in the opposite direction. It actually breaks the fibers of your paper or your cardstock to fold in both directions, and it gives it more flexibility. So if you're having a piece of paper that doesn't fold flat, just fold it back and forth a few times and it'll flatten even more, okay? All right, so next we're gonna bring this corner up. And for this pouch, and I'm just gonna pull it together here, I went up about 4 1/4 inches. So we're gonna take about 4 1/4 inches just so we can make it similar to the one that I am demonstrating, or that I've photographed already. We're gonna try to make it exactly the same, or close to. Okay, let's measure that one more time. Okay, it's about 4 1/4 inches. And we're gonna crease that. And again, we're bringing this point right here to the middle of that, to that crease area. It's gotta meet in the crease area. Could you use one-sided? Absolutely, you could. I would have your pattern on the outside just for more, design on the outside. But you could have a pattern on the inside and make it, ooh, a surprise, because you're gonna see both the outside and the inside when your pouch comes together. There's an inside there. Okay, so next, we can go ahead and do 2 things. We can fold this down like that to make like a little bird head. And then we can adhere that back behind, or we can take and fold these sides in. Either step is good. Oh, I forgot. You want to flatten it again. Make sure it's all flat. Okay, there we go. So we're going to bring these 2 sides in. We're bringing this point to where the paper meets this little tab, and we're flattening it down. Bone folder is almost kind of crucial on this. It's really hard to do unless you have really thin paper. If you left it in the cone position, you could use it for flowers. You totally could. Yes, Susan, you got it right. Oh, and by the way, I did see your text this morning. I just have been, like, Tuesday through Wednesday morning, it's really hard to reach me. Just been flying by the seat of my pants. So yeah, I'll get back to you. I think I do have it. My husband brings in the mail, and last night I set it off to the side, but I think yours was one of the packages. She's asking if I got her swap cards because she's one of our team members, but I think I did. I'll have to look later. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and adhere this to the inside. You could use any kind of adhesive. You could use the multi-purpose liquid glue. You could use tear and tape. You could use glue dots, but you don't necessarily have to glue all of this to this area here if you don't want to. It just needs a little adhesive. Let's open this and do it. I think that'll give me more flexibility. There we go. We're tucking it in. Okay, that's pressed down. Now, instead of having these things stuck in this direction, again, we're going to reverse 2 of the folds. We're going to make this one go out now and this one go in. This one come out, this one go in. So cute, right? Let's see how many inches this is across. 3.5. It's about 3.5 inches. That was what Rose's was. See, I tried to make it similar to Rose's pouch. 3.5 by a little under 3.5. Actually, if you flatten this down a little this way, I think hers was 3.5 by 3.5 exactly. So we tried to do the same with this one. So now we're going to fold this direction. And as we flatten it, we can adjust. And that looks pretty close to 3.5 by 3.5. Again, it's not, you know, perfect, but it then allows you for flexibility, which is always wonderful. All right, for the embellishing, this is where we're going to bring in some of the product that I had mentioned earlier. We're going to use, I think it is the second from the, second from the largest, not the second, third from the largest, sorry, third from the largest, fourth from the smallest of these stitch circles, stylish shapes. We will be using this leaf, and we'll be using that one, yes, this one here. So there's a couple that look similar here on these dies. If you look at the back side, which is what we're looking at here, this this sharp part is the blade. All of this is the blade on a die. And so this is going to punch out 6 individual pieces. Same thing with this one here. But this one, if you look at it, you can see that the blades kind of come around and continue, and that will kind of like die cut one big flower. So let's take and bring our machine in. We do have a mini machine, the Mini Boss, but I'm going to bring in the large one, the Big Boss. The Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is what we call this. And I'm sorry, I have my scratchy plate here, but that's okay, because I'm just showing you that you want to love your plates before you get rid of them. This is still usable, die cutting after die cutting after die cutting, right? All right, so you're gonna do some of these for the grandkids for Halloween with Halloween designer paper. I love that idea. Yes, perfect. Okay, so we have on our platform, we have 1, 2, and then our scratchy plate, number 3. It's backwards, doesn't matter. You can use it either way. We're going to bring it into one side. If you're left-handed, this will work the other direction too. You can crank it, you know, whichever way with whatever hand you want. Okay, we're going to connect our dies with some paper. So I am bringing in my my load of paper because, again, wasn't prepared ahead of time and didn't bring all this stuff out, but I think we're going to have enough scraps for all this. So there's our green scrap. We need a cherry cobbler. Sorry, that was granny apple green, if you were wondering what exact color that was. Cherry cobbler, real red, and we're using thick basic white. I chose thick because if you're going to be putting a tab on your pouch, you want to have sturdiness, right? You want to have cardstock that's more sturdy than flimsy. And so we're going to have the thick basic white met up with a circle, and you can use sticky notes to hold things in place. I think for that one I'm going to. So I'm going to grab just a Post-it note here and stick that down because it is edge to edge on that one. And then we'll take this leaf and bring that next to the green paper. The red, let's see if we can die cut 2 at the same time, shall we? It's a frame die, so it should work. That looks pretty good. Turn it that way. And we'll set I'm bringing this in kind of like an angle. So I'm angling it, and then I'm going to flatten it down on top of it. Angle. And then sandwich. And we're going to crank it on through. Put your hand on top for the handle. Keep on going. Oh, I'm so glad that leaf didn't move because that one's pretty tight too. That's a tight space. But we got them all. We did it. Okay. Now we'll take and grab the pieces within, move these plates out of the way, and see what we have. So there is our stitched circle, and you can see there's stitching on the outside or the negative, and there's stitching on the inside or the positive piece. And then, oops, put that back there. We have flowers. And let's see if it cut through to both. It did. Perfect. With frame dies, that's easy. But if you're getting real detailed, I wouldn't go through 2 layers of cardstock. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 of those. And then we have, for this one, our leaf. And if you have trouble getting them out, there are little holes on the back sides of your dies where you can poke and it will release the paper. There's also an adapter tool for the take your pick tool where you can take and brush it. And those little spiky things will just go into those holes too and help to release your dies. I forget to share that tool. All right, so next we are going to put these together. I'm going to use a glue dot for this one. So we'll just roll that open and there's our next glue dot ready to stick onto our paper. I like adhering my paper to my glue dot or my bow to my glue dot or whatever to the glue dot, pressing it down and then getting my finger underneath there and peeling it up. So now we have our glue dot on there. We're going to add that to our darker flower like that. And then you could take and kind of bring the petals up. If you want to, you could even use a bone folder to help give a little bit of a curl to the petals. But we have our little poinsettia. Poinsettia, poinsettia, depending on how you say it. But there we go. So there's the flower without a center. This leaf is pretty darn delicate. I just want to warn you. I accidentally tore one in 2 pieces when I was doing this because you can see the stem part is really, really thin. We're going to cut this into 2 right about there. So we have 2 leaves. We're going to stamp onto this piece. I am just working so far away from the camera. I'm so sorry. Oh, am I not catching a comment? Nothing comes up? Oh, that's funny. Maybe because I am, let me see how I'm logged in. Having fun. I'll just put that. Someone was trying to tag me. Oh, look at that. It is at Stamp Your Art Out with Rachel. I thought I was logged in as just Rachel Tessman, but that's how it's bringing me up. So if you guys want to tag me, yes, caught your comment there, Kathy and Trisha. Okay, next, let's go ahead and take a block. We have a clear block. And we're going to mount one of our stamps onto there. I love the warmest wishes, warmest winter wishes. So we'll peel that off of our plastic sheet, lay that down, stamp image side down. Then we'll let it relax. I always let my stamp relax a little bit before I grab it diagonally on my block. I like doing diagonal grabbing, okay? Oh, thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Okay, now we're gonna take and stamp. Oh, before we stamp it, we're gonna put the flower on. I know that makes a lot of us nervous, but I don't want the flower to not have space. So you could take and kind of eyeball it and move your flower away. Maybe we'll do that instead. I did put my flower on before, but if you make a mistake, you don't want to ruin your flower too, right? So we're stamping this nice and high on the circle. We have lots of room for the flower now, so we can go ahead and take and put another glue dot on the back side of that and stick that onto our white circle. We're not doing much as far as inking goes, so we can put this away. This away. We're going to bring in some Velcro fasteners, and we also might need our glue. And I am showing you these cute little holders. Again, I love the holders for my glue. I store my glues upside down so that they're fresh at the caps. This is the multi-purpose liquid glue transferred into the precision tip bottle, and these containers are from the Country Hive. Yay, Ashley and James. Thank you so much for making such cute stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, and we need these guys too. So let's grab our paper pouch that we have almost put together. We're gonna stick that down like that. And I think we can go ahead and add this directly. Yeah, this will be next. So you see the point there? It's gonna get covered up, which means we can take and add our adhesive down in this point area. You can use glue here. You can use multi-purpose liquid glue. You know what? Don't use multi-purpose liquid glue on this part, because if you have to slide this and it has glue on it, the glue will seep beyond that corner. We want to use just a straight kind of tape adhesive for this. That'll fit right there, but I can also put a little bit of glue across the top half of this circle or adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and put more tape up there. And now I can take and add this to the middle where it looks really good. And I think that is pretty darn perfect. Making sure my words are straight. And then I lift it up and I can see that I have room for a little Velcro fastener. So this is from my favorite extras also. The things that I share, like the precision tip bottle and the glue holders and the folder, little envelope, what are they called? Magnet sheets and little sleeves and that stuff. You can find that in my favorite extras. I've also linked that in the description of the video. We're gonna go ahead and take and cut one of these out. We'll cut another one of these out. And you have to kind of cut them to separate them, at least for these you do. Oh, and we're gonna take the fuzzy one. And that one's not clear. The fuzzy one is white. And we're gonna add that carefully, oh my gosh, Rachel, right to that spot there. So we have a nice little fuzzy one there. And then we're gonna take, oh, I got a little adhesive there. Thank goodness for this tool too. This is an adhesive eraser. I went a little beyond on that one side. Okay, then we'll take and peel this one off. And you can actually leave this on the sheet and peel it off after, but I find I have more success with my aging hands that if I peel it off first, I can stick it right where I want it to go. And then I take and flatten this down and press. And if I press nice and hard, that one will bond to here and this one will stay here. And this is the clear one. And this is the white one that you don't see as much. So that's how I chose which one is going to go where. Okay, now we're going to keep this now down and flat. We can go ahead and add our leaves next. The leaves, oh, there's one more cut on the leaves. Sorry, we're going to cut right between here on this one. So this is a third section. We have 3 sections of leaves here. This one is going to get connected on this side, coming out like that. So we know that this leaf will get adhered all the way down, but these won't. So be really careful. I'm going to curl them. Be really careful when you add them so that they do not have adhesive on these two. It's going to be a delicate little, I mean, you don't have to have that many leaves. You could have just a couple if you're worried about the recipient pulling their leaves out. Okay, so now we bring in the precision tip bottle. We're going to add a little bit of glue right back here and on the back of the stem. And Rachel's holding it nice and high, so it's really hard to stabilize her hand, but peel up the flower petals and stick that on. Next, this one. This one's going to go on this side, and you can see this leaf will get connected with adhesive. So, oopsie. So we're going to turn that over. Add adhesive on that leaf, and then a little on the stem, and I forgot to curl it. That's okay. Don't have to curl all of them. But we still have the ability to because it's right here. Just don't pull it too hard. Okay, and then next, this one, we don't want to waste it. And you see how this one's drooping down? So we're just going to put a little bit of adhesive right under there. We could probably go in a little further. And we'll lift this up and tuck that into that spot. So now we have our little cluster of leaves. It's off balance, but that's totally okay because we can balance it out with our gems. So we have different gems here, and I had 3 sizes, but I think I've used up the largest ones. Yeah, they're gone because I love them so much. Did I buy more? I just ordered today, and I can't remember if I added more of these or not. Oh well, we'll just have to buy another pack. Or I could look in my order history. But we're gonna go ahead and take your pick tool because that's my favorite way to transfer embellishments. We'll grab a medium size one. So you get 3 sizes with this. There's ones that are actually bigger than this, but this will work. So there's a medium. We'll do another medium, and we'll do that one over here at the top, and we'll do a small one over here. Oops, there. I don't like that. We're gonna move it. Dig my finger underneath. There. Okay, there we go. What can you hold inside of this? Gosh, there's so many things. You could put jewelry in there. I always like jewelry. You could put a gift card in there. It's big enough for a gift card. You could put flat candy in there. You could put a little card. But here's the thing. You have 2 areas. You have an area here, and you have an area in front. So you could do 2 layers of something. For this one, I had, and actually we'll keep this one closed and then we'll put it in here because this one's not glued down. But I had just made a simple little card that says celebrate the season. And that was made from some of the extra paper. It was just like a little strip of paper that I had. So I put 3 inches of it here. Is this 3 inches? 3 1/4. 3 1/4 by 7 1/2 all the way, scored at 3 1/4. So it's a square card. So this is 3 1/4 inches, and then this was the remainder of it. And I just did like a little cut in there. That gets tucked back here with whatever you want to write on it. And then some Ghirardelli chocolate, because it's the best. Can get tucked in the front. And then you just fold that over and you can give that as a little gift to coworkers, to neighbors, to your mom's club friends, to your high school reunion friends. So many different options of who you can give that to because it's super cute, super easy to make. This is another version of it. Oh, look I do have bigger ones. They just fell out of my pouch. There's some bigger ones. We'll have to revise that. But here's another version of that. This one's using, and because I didn't adhere it, we can measure. I think this is 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. And it is 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, another piece of paper from that suite. Such beautiful colors, right? So there's the pouch, and I haven't put anything inside of this one, but it folds down to, I think, 4 1/2. Yeah, a little over 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 is what I folded it down to. And so here we have 2 of those poinsettia flowers, the leaves trailing up the side here, and then you can see the embellishments. Now I did put a larger granny apple green circle behind there. The dimensions of these 2 circles, this one is the 2 1/2 diameter and the green one is the 3-inch diameter. So if you're looking at these dies, they would be the remaining 2 dies, the second from the largest and the largest in the stitched, I'm sorry, not stitch shapes. What are they called? Stylish shapes. Yes, we used to have one called stitch shapes and we were so sad when it was gone, and then they brought the stylish shapes in and we're like, okay, that's even better. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? Oh, I have 2 other pouches to share with you, and that's why I had this catalog sitting up here. So let's leave these here in the camera. Thank you so much. I forget to, promote myself. So here's my website. Trisha just posted, don't forget to give the thumbs up. I am so bad about that. My website is stampyourartout.com. That's where you can find my blog posts. Everything is there. It's like my home base. You can find links to everything. So just go there and visit and check it out. But yes, pretty soon, this video will be connected in a blog, my most recent blog post tonight at some point. Okay, so why else do I have this catalog in front of me? Because I've made a little mini pouch, and this mini pouch was made with the beautiful Lights of Aurora paper. It measures 6 inches. Yes, I'm sorry, it is 6-inch paper. It's 6-inch paper, and so I just did a 6-inch measurement and got that size pouch, and it folds down to a 2 7/8 or 2 3/4. I would say 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 square is what you could get from that if you wanted a square shape. And the Ghirardellis, I did check. If you fold in these little sides here, you can get that into the pouch. So if you're wondering, that's an even smaller shape, and then you can make use of all that fun 6x6 paper if you want to. But here is the information on that suite. You'll find it in the mini catalog, but you'll also find it in the online store. But the mini catalog on pages 36 and 37 are where you'll find the products for that. Here's the paper. It's again in 6x6 sizes, beautiful paper. The dies, obviously I used the little tiny tree dies, and I used the thank you from this stamp set. And then you can also in that suite get the embellishments and ribbon. You can buy all these things separate or you can buy them together. I don't have links to those products in my video or my blog post because I will probably share something soon and then repost this with photographs and my website so you can take and get more information about that. But just wanted to give you the heads up on that one. This one here, okay, check this out. This is from a full 12 by 12 paper, but I did something different on this. So I'm gonna give you a little tip on this one. Where did my other pouch go that I just made? Here it is. Okay, so here's the one that's from the same paper, and this paper comes from the online exclusives from July, Need for Tweed. And then I used along with that the Amber Autumn stamp set images and the dies. So I have, oh no, I don't have the dies on this one. No dies, okay. But I have these, oh yeah, I used those. Those are the number 6, the streaked dots. They're really pretty. They're kind of like a pecan slash early espresso color embellishment. Just love them. The base is more like a deep brown, and then as you get closer to the top, you have more like the pecan pie color. And it worked really well with the Cajun Craze cardstock here too. Okay, so what did I do to get the shape of this? Because this isn't a square. It is not, it's not a rectangle, right? It's a trapezoid. It's been so long since I've been a teacher. I think that's what you call it. Yeah, anyways. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and show you what I did for that. Remember these folds here? Okay, so this is where we were at for that point. Then, I love it, Liz. As an Alaskan girl, it's next on your, oh yeah, absolutely. So instead of folding this all the way over here, I folded it so that this line here, this edge, went straight up and down, which basically gives it a very, very tiny crease. So your pouch isn't gonna open as far, but it's okay. So it gave it more of this look, like that. And that's how I got the diagonal sides. You just fold your sides in differently. And then you can take and do the same thing where you reverse your folds. So there's that. And this one goes like this. And now you can see that we have that same shape that I got on the first full pouch. And you just fold that over, and you can fold it again, you can fold it further down, you can fold it further up, wherever you want. So for this one, the words, the images, I even have some like Wink of Stella on there. What else did I not tell you about? The linen thread, and then this early espresso and old olive thread, linen thread. They have like a combination, and it's just as thin as the linen thread, and it's so pretty. So it's not your natural, oh, what's it called? This stuff. It's not this stuff. Oh, and I don't have a name on it. But it's not this. It's thinner. It's like the linen thread. So yeah, anyways. So that's on there. And then I use the stitch shapes again. With the square ones. Some watercolor paper. This is the designer paper flipped over. There's, yeah, so this pattern here that you see on the background is part of the tweed paper. Okay, so let's bring these guys back in. So what kind of news do I have to share with you? It is the end of October. We have a really cool special that's happening this month, and if you haven't taken advantage of it, which I'm sure a lot of you haven't because otherwise nobody would be buying from me, there's a starter kit special. What do I mean by that? It's it gets you into the demonstrator side of things, and then you're buying from yourself. You become a discount shopper. You can also do this as a business if you want to. You could have a class, or you could have a club, or you could have, you know, just a couple friends over and stamp with them, and then they buy from you. Or 90%, over 90% of the people who get the starter kit do it to be discount shoppers. Totally fine. Yeah, that's great. Stampin' Up! Loves you too. So if you want to, the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit is an incredible deal. The best that I've seen in my over 25 years as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You have two choices. I want to recommend the first one though. $35 plus tax. Hello, that's like a really small order, right? $35 plus tax in the US is what you pay to get up to $125 worth of product. Seriously, right? You get an extra paper pumpkin kit in there just as a gift in North America. You get business supplies for free. You get free shipping. And it gets you into the demonstrator side of things. Stampin' Up! is kicking off this Stampin' Up! Year. This is the first month of our Stampin' Up! Year with a bang. We want more people to experience the fun that we're having, so that's why Stampin' Up! Is encouraging people to try it out. Just try it out, give it a go, have fun on the demonstrator side of things, and then you get to do things like the social, crafting social that we did last weekend that I was telling you about at the beginning of the video. You can do swapping, you can do all kinds of things. You have like a free pass to almost everything as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you become a demonstrator. Okay, just wanted to put that out. And then the second option is $99 plus tax for up to $189 worth of product, free shipping, free paper pumpkin, free business supplies. Same thing, it's just, I recommend the other one because that way you can then take that extra money you have and spend it when you have your discount as a demonstrator. And then, yeah, then you're like helping out your own sales to keep yourself active. Okay, enough about that. What else? Oh, is it time? No, we're ending early. Trisha, maybe I don't need a script in the future because we are just rolling through this stuff. The other thing that I wanted to share, what was it? New products are releasing November 4th. I think there'll be a couple new kits collection kits. There's going to be new products from the online exclusives that we've been sharing with you. In fact, next week on the 5th of November, which will be the next Wednesday, I'll be sharing a project of some sort. I haven't figured out yet what it is, but I'll be sharing something with new products that I've gotten from that online exclusives. You'll also want to go back in my YouTube video history to check out recent past videos because I do share what I purchased from the online exclusives recent release. It's about 3 weeks ago, I believe, is when that video would be dated because that's when I was able to purchase it. And then you can check out all that stuff. And maybe you could even message me and say, hey, Rachel, can you make something with this? Because I listen to comments and suggestions. And that's why we did the pouches today, because a lot of you were telling me, please do the pouches. So, and I have a box to share at 2 o'clock for my YouTube members. So if you're a member of my YouTube channel, can you chime in and say hello to everybody? Maybe post some extra special emojis. Your name is gonna stand out if you are a supporting member. Those are the people that get to have the exclusive videos. And so once a month, I do an exclusive video for my supporting members. It's the $5.99 a month. And then you get access to all of that, plus more in the future. I'm so sorry, it's been busy, but it's starting to settle down because my one kiddo is in California. And guess what? He has a job, you guys. Yay! After a week, he landed a job. So they're doing great out there, he and his roommate Tyler, and I'm so excited for him. But it just kind of like when a child leaves the nest, you guys know, some of you, it's like kind of like, wow, I have time to myself again. I have another child too. He's at home, but he's like always busy. And so, yeah, so it's really weird having a lot of time to myself. It's so crazy. Okay, I went off in a direction that I don't even know where I went, but I just wanted to tell you all of that goodness that's happening. If you are a team member, somebody on my Stampers with Art Stars group, please make sure that you join us at 12:15 in about 25 minutes because I'm going to share some goodness there and we can answer questions and stuff like that. We can talk about the upcoming welcome party, everything, blah, blah, blah. And then if you are a member of my YouTube channel that's a supporting member, make sure that you come back at 2. How is mom doing? Brenda says, yay! How is mom doing? Mom's doing great, actually. It's, you know, I don't know. I mean, I miss him. We talk to him about twice a week right now, which is great. He's given us a tour of his apartment, so that's been fun to peek at, you know, how they've set things up. And right now, everything's clean and tidy. I said, hey, can you put the toilet seat down when you do the video the next time? So that's the only thing, is they're like guys living with guys. There's no girls in the apartment. So yeah. What else? They look healthy. I guess they're eating. So that's good. Did I freeze? Oh no. Log out and log back in, but it's almost time to be done and we should just let everybody go. So thank you all for joining me. If you are interested in any of these products, you can go to my website. You can do shopping from there. You can also click on the links in the description of the video to shop these wonderful Stampin' Up! Products. If you are a demonstrator, please shop from yourself. If you have a demonstrator, shop from them. Spread the love. Okay. Take care, everyone. We will see you on the next video, which will be next week, because this week is Halloween just in a couple days is Halloween. So we do not want to do any videos this weekend because there's so many fun events going on in your neighborhoods, I'm sure. So we will see you next Wednesday. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.